Ever found yourself juggling multiple projects, multiple passions, maybe even multiple businesses, and wondered, is there a limit? Am I stretching myself too thin? And more importantly, can my accounting software keep up? Specifically, can QuickBooks Online handle my entrepreneurial ambitions? Let's be honest, the dream of running multiple businesses is intoxicating. It's the ultimate expression of entrepreneurial spirit. You're not just building one thing, you're building an empire. But as that empire expands, the complexity explodes. Suddenly, you're dealing with different revenue streams, separate bank accounts, unique tax obligations, and a whole host of other logistical nightmares. And right in the middle of it all, you need a financial backbone that can handle the pressure. Now, you might be thinking, well, I can just open a new QuickBooks Online account for each business, right? Technically, you could. But is that the most efficient, cost-effective, or even sane way to manage your finances? Imagine logging in and out of multiple accounts, comparing reports side by side, and trying to get a holistic view of your financial health. It sounds like a recipe for chaos, doesn't it? The real question we need to address is not just, can I do it? But, how can I do it smartly? Because let's face it, running multiple businesses is already challenging enough. You don't need your accounting software adding to the stress. You need it to be a solution, not another problem. So, let's dive into the core of it. How many businesses can you effectively run on QuickBooks Online? The answer, as with many things in the business world, is, it depends. First, let's address the fundamental limitation. QuickBooks Online itself doesn't impose a hard limit on the number of businesses you can manage. However, it does operate on a per-subscription basis. Each subscription is tied to a single company file. This means that, by default, you're working within a single defined entity. Now, here's where things get interesting. You might be tempted to just create multiple company files under different email addresses. But that's not efficient or recommended. QuickBooks Online offers features that allow you to manage multiple facets of your business within a single company file, effectively handling multiple businesses under one umbrella. This is primarily achieved through the use of classes and locations. Let's break these down. Classes. Think of classes as labels that allow you to categorize transactions based on different segments of your business. If you run a bakery and a catering service, you can use classes to separate the income and expenses for each. This gives you a clear picture of the profitability of each segment, all within the same company file. Imagine you have a consulting firm that offers both online courses and in-person workshops. You can assign different classes to each revenue stream. This allows you to generate profit and loss statements for each class, giving you granular insights into which part of your business is performing best. Locations. Locations are similar to classes, but they are typically used to track transactions based on physical locations. If you have multiple retail stores or offices, you can use locations to track the financial performance of each location. This is crucial for businesses with a physical presence. For instance, if you operate a restaurant chain with 3 locations, you can use locations to track the sales, expenses, and inventory for each restaurant. This allows you to identify which locations are performing well and which ones need improvement. Using classes and locations effectively allows you to segment your business and generate detailed reports for each segment. This gives you the ability to manage multiple businesses within a single QuickBooks Online subscription. However, there are some limitations to consider. Complexity. As you add more classes and locations, your company file can become increasingly complex. This can make it difficult to navigate and generate accurate reports. You need to be meticulous in your data entry and ensure that all transactions are correctly classified and assigned to the appropriate locations. Reporting. While QuickBooks Online offers robust reporting features, you may need to customize reports to get the specific insights you need. This can require some technical expertise and may not be suitable for all users. Consolidation. If you need to consolidate financial data from multiple businesses into a single report, you may need to use third-party applications or export data to spreadsheets. This can add an extra layer of complexity to your financial management. Subscription limits. While there's no limit on the number of businesses you can track using classes and locations, There are limitations on the number of users you can add to your QuickBooks Online subscription. If you have multiple teams working on different aspects of your business, you may need to upgrade to a higher tier subscription. Considerations for separate entities. Now, let's talk about when it might be necessary to use separate QuickBooks Online subscriptions. Legal entities. If your businesses are legally separate entities, such as LLCs or corporations, you may need to use separate QuickBooks Online subscriptions for each entity. This is necessary to maintain accurate financial records and comply with legal requirements. Different tax IDs. If your businesses have different tax identification numbers, TINs, you will need separate QuickBooks Online subscriptions. This is because each subscription is tied to a single TIN. Completely different industries. If your businesses operate in completely different industries with vastly different accounting needs, using separate QuickBooks Online subscriptions might be more manageable. For instance, a construction company and a software development company may have very different accounting requirements. Significant volume and complexity. If each of your businesses has a high volume of transactions and complex accounting needs, using separate QuickBooks Online subscriptions might be more efficient. This can help prevent your company file from becoming too large and unwieldy. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.